Welcome to this week's episode of Your Stock Request for the 16th of February. Hi, I'm Michael Gable, Managing Director at Fairmont Equities. Your Stock Request is the weekly video where I take your requests and analyse the share price charts. So this week we have ANZ, Woolworths, Catalyst Metals, Melbana Energy and Drone Shield. So if you have a request, please send it through. Make sure you've signed up to the free newsletter, but my better ideas come out every Tuesday in the Dynamic Investor Report, so make sure you're getting that report. But if you do enjoy these videos, we'd love you to share them on social media or even leave us a review. Our main business is portfolio management, so if you'd like to have a broking account with me and have me guide you with the buying and the selling, then please let me know. And all the advice here is general only. So daily chart here of ANZ. As we could see, the rally at the start of the year was looking pretty good. So we've had this sort of consolidation, and the breakout gave us a nice run. As it came up to the old high, ideally we needed to have seen it consolidate sideways. So clearly yesterday's move, the gap down, closing near the lows on big volume was a negative. We really did need to see a tighter consolidation than that. So look, unless I think in the short term, say in the next day or two, it just jumps all the way back up here and negates this move, I'd say that the odds are that we see further weakness in the ANZ share price. Okay, Woolworths. So again, decent move off those lows at the start of January. We could see that by the start of February, it was looking quite extended. I mean, for a stock like Woolworths, that was a decent move. We could see it overbought on the RSI. So naturally, it's consolidating now. In terms of where it goes from here in the short term, it's hard to say. I mean, are we going to get a sideways consolidation? So is it going to set up a bit more of a sideways move, or are we just going to get a deeper pullback? It's hard to know. So I think if we see a sideways consolidation, then the next buy would be an upside break. Otherwise, if we do get a deeper pullback, then you need to see some kind of support come in and a new setup to let you know it's time to buy again. Okay, Catalyst Metals, so not very liquid. I mean, some days it only trades a few $1,000s or so. So I think that's makes it hard to trade it with confidence. I mean, if we look at a weekly chart, it looks like it's potentially bottomed out here. We've got this sort of base, this reversal here. It just looks like it's breaking out. So, potentially a low's in place. It's breaking out. You could, again, potentially buy it here. You wouldn't be able to buy too much, but if you did, I'd just be considering a stop just under the breakout line. Okay, Melbana Energy. So we did look at this one back in December. It was setting up for a possible breakout, just a strong move on volume, sideways tight range, low volume. So, you've got a breakout, then a nice run of, 20-30% or whatever that is. So it's hit 10 cents obvious resistance, pulled back. It's come back up to retest it on improving volume. And now we're just seeing it form a clear line of resistance. So clearly 10.5 cents is where the selling is each time. If it can continue to hold up here, that would be a positive as opposed to pulling all the way back here. So if it continues to hover around here for a bit longer, then I think the next buy is, if it gets through these 10.5 cent sellers, then that would be the next buy signal. Okay, Drone Shield. So, I think it's pretty obvious we've just had this sort of massive, sort of overextended move. It's run very hard, and it's now pulling back. So at this point, what do you do? I think it's a bit hard to be buying it here because at the moment it's still on the way down. There's no, if you're looking at sort of this as a major support level or up here as major resistance, it's sort of halfway. No obvious place for your stop levels. So it's just kind of in no man's land here. I think there's, even just looking in the last few days, and I think that's a real setup. So I think it's just too early to be buying this. We just need to let this move resolve itself and take it from there. Okay, well, that's all for this week. If you have a request, send it through. We'll try to look at it next Thursday.